Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some good luck for the rest of the run, or at least some good gossip about the other Spire inhabitants. Enemies with 1 HP? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'll breeze through those combats like a hot knife through butter. Bring it on, Neo! Let's take on the first monster node because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. Alright, time to smack that bug with a strike card and squash it before it can do any more damage to me. Time to smack that louse with a strike card and show it who's boss. I mean, who doesn't love a good headbutt, right? Plus, putting a card from the discard pile back on top of the draw pile is like giving your deck a second chance. Let's go with this one. Oh man, I love a good deck cleanse. Let's get rid of some dead weight and make room for better cards. Purify it is. Let's take on the monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. Let's give that spike slime a good bash and make it regret sliming around here. I'm gonna need to beef up my defenses to survive this slimy situation. So let's slap down a defend and brace for impact. This slime is about to get a taste of its own medicine with a headbutt and a card shuffle. Oh yeah, Pommel Strike is a solid choice here. It deals decent damage and lets me draw a card, which is always nice for keeping the momentum going. This is a perfect opportunity to deal damage and set up my next draw, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Hey, let's disarm those enemies and make them weak. Plus, it only costs 1 energy, so why not add it to the deck? Oh man, I am feeling lucky today. Let's pray at the upgrade shrine and upgrade a card. Who knows? Maybe we'll get something awesome. Let's upgrade Bash, because who doesn't love dealing more damage and applying more vulnerable to our enemies? Let's bash our way to victory. Hey, we're not looking too shabby with our HP at 80 out of 80. Let's take a little nap and heal up 30% of our max HP. We'll be back in tip-top shape in no time. This slaver dude hits hard, so let's make him hit like a wet noodle with this disarm card. These defend cards are my best friends right now. Gotta block that incoming damage like a pro. I'm gonna smack that slaver with headbutt and bring back a useful card from the discard pile. Let's show this monster who's boss. Let's smack that slaver with a pommel strike and draw a card for some extra options. Time to smack that slaver with some good old strikes and show it who's boss. This card is perfect for dealing damage and replenishing my hand, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. This Bash Plus card is going to make the slaver regret messing with me, dealing a big hit and making it more vulnerable to my attacks. Let's smack that slaver with headbutt, and maybe bring back a useful card from the discard pile for later. Time to show this monster who's boss. Oh man, seeing red is like a shot of espresso for your deck. Gain 2 energy for just 1 cost? Yes, please. Let's take on the monster. I need more gold to buy all the shiny relics in the shop later. This slaver needs a taste of my pommel strike. It's gonna hurt, but at least I get a bonus card out of it. I'm just gonna slap down a defend card to protect myself a bit. Can't have those monsters hitting me too hard, you know? Let's smack that slaver with a strike card and show it who's boss. Time to amp up the energy levels with seeing red and unleash a flurry of attacks on that slaver. Let's make the slaver flex a little less and save ourselves some HP, shall we? This slaver is going down. Time to show them who's boss with a good old strike to the face. Time to smack that slaver with a strike. Gotta chip away at that HP. Ah, gotta throw up some defenses to protect myself from that slaver's next attack. Can't have him ruining my day. Let's smack that slaver with a big bash and make it regret messing with us. Let's smack that slaver with a strike and take a chunk out of its HP. I could really use some extra defense right now, so I'm going to go with the defend card to block that incoming damage. Let's bash this slaver with some extra oomph and make it regret messing with us. Oh man, Juggernaut is like having a little buddy that punches enemies every time you block. It's like having a mini army with you. Let's grab this one. Let's smack that slimy boy with Headbutt and get a card back for a potential killer next turn. Let's take away some of that slime's muscle power, make it easier to deal with. Let's smack that acid slime with a pommel strike and see what card we draw next. Time to show them who's boss. This slime is about to get slimed. Time to show them who's boss with a solid hit. Let's throw down Juggernaut and watch the enemies squirm every time I block. It's like getting a free punch in with every defense move. Let's smack that slime with a Headbutt and bring back a powerful card from the discard pile to finish the job. Let's juice up with some extra energy and go ham on these slimes. Time to say goodbye to that slimy little fella with just 1 HP left. Let's finish this. Time to smack that slimy monster with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. Time to put up my defenses and show these slimes who's boss. All right, Let's smack that slime with a pommel strike and hopefully draw something good for the next turn. Let's get rid of that threat. Let's smash this slime with a big hit and make it easier to defeat. Oh man, Armaments is such a versatile card. Not only does it give you block, but it also upgrades a card in your hand for the rest of combat. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. I'm definitely picking this one. Let's take on the monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. Plus, I could use some extra gold to buy some cool stuff later on. Let's smack that looter with Headbutt and maybe bring back a powerful card from the discard pile for some extra oomph. Let's juice up with some extra energy from seeing red so we can go ham on these monsters. Let's smack that looter with some strikes and show it who's boss. Let's smack that looter with a good ol' strike to bring it closer to defeat. Let's give this looter a taste of my powerful strike card and show them who's boss. This looter dude hits hard, so let's make him hit like a wet noodle with this disarm card. This looter is about to hit me hard, so I better brace myself with some defense. This looter won't be able to touch my gold with these defend cards. This looter is going down fast with this big hit and vulnerable debuff. Oh man, Dual Wield is such a cool card. Imagine doubling up on your best attack or power card. It's like having twins in your hand. Let's grab this one and have some fun with it. Let's smack that bug with Headbutt and shuffle a card back into my deck for some extra oomph. Let's smash that bug with a bash, plus it's gonna feel the pain and go down fast with that vulnerable debuff. I'm feeling a bit lazy to strategize too much, so I'll just go with the flow and see what extra card I can get for my hand. I need to protect myself from taking too much damage. Gotta stay alive to slay more monsters. Time to smack that louse with a strike card and show it who's boss. Let's smack that louse with Headbutt and send it packing with a card from the discard pile on top for good measure. Time to amp up the energy with Seeing Red and unleash a flurry of attacks on those louses. This louse is on its last legs, so let's finish it off with a good old strike. This louse is really bugging me, so I'm gonna smack it with a strike card to show it who's boss. Gotta throw up some defenses to keep myself alive. Can't let these monsters get the best of me. Let's give that louse a good bash and make it regret crossing paths with me. This armaments card is like a double whammy. I get to block some damage and upgrade a card at the same time. Talk about efficiency. Hey, I'm all about that defense. Gain 8 block and draw a card? Yes, please. Plus, it's only 1 energy, so it's a no-brainer for me. Hey there, we're kinda low on HP right now, so let's take a chill pill and rest up to heal 30% of our max HP. We don't want to risk getting our butt kicked in the next fight, do we? Let's hit up that shop. Maybe they have some sweet deals on potions or relics. Plus, I could use a break from all this monster bashing. Let's shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get something spicy for the next turn. Let's beef up our defenses and make our cards even stronger for the rest of this brawl. Time to get tactical. Let's juice up with some energy so we can really go to town on this slaver. This slaver is going down. I'll hit it hard and set up for a powerful next turn. I'm going to take away some of that slaver's muscle so it can't hit me as hard. Gotta keep myself safe and sound, you know? Let's smack that slaver with some good old damage and show it who's boss. This slaver is on its last legs. Time to finish it off with a good old strike. Hey, Clash is a cool card. It can deal a solid 14 damage for free if all your cards are attacks. Let's add some spice to the deck with this one. Hey, we're below half health, so let's take a nap and heal up. Plus, who doesn't love a good rest? It's like hitting the reset button on life, but for HP. Let's smash this slime with a big bash and make it regret ever crossing paths with me. This slime boss is going down faster than a melting ice cream cone on a hot summer day. I can duplicate my powerful attack card with dual wield. This slime boss is going down one strike at a time. Let's show it who's boss. Let's smack that slime boss with Headbutt and recycle a card while we're at it. Double the fun, double the damage. This card will give me the energy boost I need to unleash a flurry of attacks on the slime boss. Let's go. Let's throw down the Juggernaut and watch the damage stack up whenever we block. It's like getting a bonus for just defending myself. Easy peasy. Time to smack that slime boss with a good old strike card. Gotta show it who's boss. Time to beef up my defenses and make my cards even stronger for the rest of this fight. I'm gonna play this card because it's the best option. Let's just get rid of these slimed cards. They're clogging up my hand, and I need some better options for the next turn. This slime needs a little poke to get things rolling, so let's hit it with a strike. Time to beef up my defenses and show these slimes who's boss. Let's smack that acid slime with some damage and recycle a card while we're at it. This is going to be awesome. I can double up on my best attack card and really lay the smackdown on these slimes. Let's smack that spike slime with a good old strike and show it who's boss. Let's smack that big acid slime with a pommel strike and hope for some sweet card draws to keep this party going. This bash card is going to pack a punch and make that big acid slime regret messing with me. Time to headbutt that spike slime and bring back a useful card from my discard pile. Just gonna get rid of these slimed cards cluttering my hand. Gotta keep it clean and efficient, you know? Slimed is just taking up space in my hand, so I'll get rid of it with this play. Let's just shrug off the damage and hope for something good in the next draw. You know, the usual. Let's smack that spike slime with a good old strike to show it who's boss. This slime is looking a little too slimy for my liking, so I'm gonna smack it with a good old strike to show it who's boss. Let's get rid of this slimy situation with the slimed card. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to shake it off and try again, maybe with a little less potato aim next time. Algoria Nova. Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give me some good luck for the rest of this run. Plus, who doesn't love a good gossip session with a mystical being? Who needs gold when you can get a rare card instead? Let's lose all that shiny gold and grab ourselves a fancy new card. Oh man, Juggernaut is like having a little buddy that smacks enemies every time you block. It's like having your own personal bodyguard, but instead of protecting you, it just punches bad guys in the face. Definitely adding this to my deck. Let's go take on this monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. This slime is getting on my nerves. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. These slimes are looking pretty slimy, so I better beef up my defenses with this card. Let's give that spike slime a good bashing and make it regret crossing paths with me. This slime is looking a bit spiky, so I'm going to give it a taste of my sharp wit. My sharp strikes. This acid slime is about to get bashed real hard, gonna make it regret sliming me. Oh man, Rage is perfect for my deck. It's like a never-ending block party every time I play an attack. Let's Rage on. Let's make our deck grow like a plant. We're gonna upgrade a card and make it even more powerful. Time to flex on those enemies with our upgraded skills. Let's upgrade Bash because we love smashing our enemies with extra damage and vulnerable. Plus, it's always fun to see them squirm. Who needs certainty when you can have gold? Doubt is my middle name anyway. Bring it on. Let's keep the party going and hit that continue button. We're on a roll, and ain't nobody gonna stop us now. This card is gonna make my enemies regret hitting me. This jawworm is about to feel the wrath of my Bash Plus. Let's smash it! Time to give that jawworm a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's show it who's boss with some good old damage. This card is perfect for setting up some defense while also preparing for some offense. It's like killing two birds with one stone. This jaw worm is really bugging me with its strength and vulnerability, so I'm going to smack it with a strike to show it who's boss. This jaw worm is going down with a swift strike. Oh man, Armaments is such a versatile card. Not only does it give you block, but it also upgrades a card in your hand for the rest of combat. It's like a 2-for-1 deal, definitely picking this one up. Let's smack that bug with a good old strike and show it who's boss. I need to beef up my defenses before the monsters attack. Gotta stay alive to slay another day. Let's smack that first louse and take it down a notch. This louse is about to get a taste of my powerful strike. Let's knock it out in one hit. These little guys are hitting me, but I'm not worried. Just gonna throw up some block and show them who's boss. Time to bring the pain with Bash Plus on the louse. Let's finish this fight in style. Alright, let's add some variety to our attacks with Clothesline. It deals decent damage and applies weak, making our enemies hit like wet noodles. Plus, it's always fun to see them struggle. Oh man, we are so close to full health. Let's just take a quick nap and heal up 30% of our max HP. Can't go wrong with a little rest and relaxation, right? Let's go take on that monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. This card fits my strategy perfectly, dealing damage while I focus on defense. This looter is trying to steal my gold, but I'm not letting that happen. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. Let's smash this looter with a Bash Plus! It's gonna make them regret stealing my gold. Let's smack that looter with some good old strikes and show it who's boss. This looter is about to feel the power of my clothesline. Weakness incoming. This looter is not going to steal my gold today. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. Whoa, Whirlwind is like a tornado of damage. It hits all enemies multiple times, perfect for clearing out those pesky mobs. Let's add some Whirlwind action to the deck. Let's reach inside and lose 3 HP. I mean, who needs health when you can potentially find a relic, right? YOLO! Let's go deeper, lose some HP, but there's a chance to find a cool relic. Risk it for the biscuit, right? Let's dive deeper into the ooze. Who cares about a little HP loss when there's a chance for a shiny relic waiting for us? YOLO, right? Let's go deeper. Who needs HP when we can potentially find a relic, right? YOLO. Let's go deeper. Who cares about a little HP loss when there's a relic waiting for us? Plus, relics are like shiny surprises in this game. Gotta grab them all. Let's go deeper and lose HP. Who needs health when you can potentially find a relic, right? YOLO. Let's dive deeper into the ooze. Who cares about losing a bit of HP when we have a chance to find a shiny relic, right? YOLO. Let's grab that treasure. Maybe there's some shiny loot waiting for us. Plus, who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? I'm gonna play this card because it's the best option. Let's smack that slaver with a good ol' strike to speed up this fight. Alright, time to throw up some block and protect myself from those incoming hits. Let's play it safe for now. Let's spin around like a whirlwind and smack those enemies with some AoE damage, clearing the way for an easy victory. Let's beef up our defenses and make our cards stronger at the same time. Efficiency at its finest. This slaver needs a taste of my strike card. Time to show it who's boss. This is gonna be epic. I'm gonna unleash a whirlwind of attacks on these monsters and show them who's boss. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to shake it off and try again, maybe with a little less potato play next time. Algoria Nova. Let's chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some tips on how to slay the Spire like a pro. Oh man, enemies with 1 HP in the next 3 combats? That's like playing on easy mode. I'm all about that quick and easy victory. Let's go for it. Let's take on the first monster, because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show off my skills. Plus, I could use some extra gold. Let's smash that acid slime with Bash and make it regret sliming around here. Time to say goodbye to the slimy fella with a good old strike card. Adios, Spike Slime. Ooh, I love me some ethereal cards. Plus gaining 10 block for just 1 energy? Sign me up. Let's just wrap this up quickly with a good old strike to the louse. Adios, little bug. This bug is about to get squashed. Time to say goodbye to the louse with a big hit. Hey, this card is like a gym buddy that helps you get stronger every time you take a hit. Let's pump up those muscles with Rupture. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows? Maybe we'll find some cool loot or a helpful event to spice things up. Let's go with Grow and upgrade a card in our deck. We're all about that growth mindset, baby. Plus, who doesn't love a little upgrade here and there? Let's make our deck shine like a diamond in the rough. Let's upgrade Bash because who doesn't love dealing more damage and applying vulnerable to our enemies? Plus, it's always fun to bash things in Slay the Spire. Ooh, this card is perfect for my playstyle. The more HP I lose, the cheaper it gets, and it packs a punch with 18 damage. Let's add some risk and reward to the mix. Let's pop Rupture and flex on these fungi beasts with some extra strength. Well, I guess I'll just slap down some defense to shield myself from those fungi beasts. Can't have them messing up my fabulous hair. Let's smack that fungi beast with a strike and take it down. Let's smack that fungi beast with some blood for blood. The more HP I lose, the cheaper it gets, and it's gonna hurt. Time to smack that fungi beast with some good old strikes and show it who's boss. Let's smack that fungi beast with some good old strikes. Gotta show it who's boss. Let's add some style to our deck with Clothesline. It deals decent damage and applies weak to the enemy. Plus, it's always good to have a variety of effects in our deck, right? Let's take on the Elite. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. This gremlin knob is going down with my powerful strike. This is a classic move. Gotta defend myself before I go on the offensive. This clothesline is going to make the gremlin knob feel like it's swinging a wet noodle at me. This little guy needs a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's show him who's boss. Oh, look at that. Rupture is like a little motivational speaker telling me to get stronger every time I get hit. Let's show Gremlin Knob what we're made of. Let's give this Gremlin Knob a fashion makeover with a clothesline, making them hit like a wet noodle. Let's slap on some ghostly armor to protect ourselves from getting smacked around by that Gremlin Knob. This big bash is going to make that little Gremlin Knob regret messing with me. Watch out, here comes the pain train. Time to show this Gremlin Knob who's boss with a free 18 damage attack. Oh, Sentinel is a great card to have in my deck. It gives me some block, and if I exhaust it, I get extra energy. Perfect for setting up my defense and offense at the same time. Hey Algoria, you're not looking too hot with only 43 HP out of 80. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal 30% of your max HP. You don't want to risk getting your circuits fried in the next battle, do you? This slime is about to get a taste of my powerful strike. Let's see if it can handle it. Let's smack that slimy dude with clothesline and make it feel a bit weaker. Gotta protect myself from those slimy attacks. Let's slap on some ghostly armor and be like, "You can't touch this," while we tank those hits like a pro. Let's smack that fungi beast with some blood for blood plus action. It's gonna feel the pain for being the beefiest one on the field. I'm gonna play this card because it's the best option. Hey, Exhume is pretty cool. It lets me bring back a card from my exhaust pile. It's like recycling, but for cards. Let's grab that treasure. I'm feeling lucky today. Maybe it's a shiny new relic, or some extra gold to splurge on upgrades. I could really use that extra card back in my hand right now, so let's bring it back with Exhume. Let's beef up our strength while taking some hits. Sounds like a win-win to me. I'm gonna hit that acid slime hard with blood for blood plus because it's gonna cost less due to my current HP, and I want to take down the toughest enemy first. This slime is about to hit hard, so I better put on my ghostly armor and brace for impact. Gonna smack that slimy boy with a big hit to take it down a notch. Let's go for the big damage with blood for blood plus on the first acid slime. Let's smash this slime with a bash plus. It's gonna make it easier to defeat this gooey enemy. Rage is like that friend who always has your back. It helps you block up when you're attacking. Plus, it's free. Can't say no to that. Alright, let's smack that first louse with Blood for Blood Plus and show them who's boss with this high damage attack. This Bash Plus card is going to pack a punch and make that louse regret messing with us. This louse is about to feel the wrath of my clothesline. Let's weaken it up a bit and smack it with some damage. Time to give that louse a little love tap with my strike card. Gotta whittle down that HP. Let's get that rage going to beef up our defenses while we dish out some damage. Time to show that louse who's boss with a big hit from Strike Plus. I'm feeling a bit indecisive today, so I'll go with Iron Wave. It gives me both block and damage in one card. Can't go wrong with that. Let's go for the question mark node because who doesn't love a good mystery? Maybe we'll get something cool. Donut time. Who doesn't love a good donut? Plus, getting that extra max HP is always a sweet deal. Pun intended. Let's take on the elite. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. Let's smack that mushroom with an Iron Wave to block some damage and deal a bit of our own. This fungi beast is getting a taste of my fashion sense with a clothesline attack, making it weaker and easier to handle. This mushroom dude is going down fast with this Bash Plus card. Gonna make it regret messing with me. Let's pop that Sentinel for some block and maybe some extra energy if we're lucky. Let's go for the strike to deal some damage to the fungi beast. Oh man, this card is going to be so OP with all those strike cards in my deck already. Let's beef up those strikes even more. Let's smack that slime with some blood for blood plus. It's gonna be a satisfying hit. This slime is about to feel the wrath of my bash plus. Let's smack it hard and make it vulnerable for more pain. Time to give that slime a taste of my power. Let's crush it with a solid strike. I'm just gonna slap down a defend card to shield myself from those slimy attacks. Can't have them ruining my hair. Let's bring back a card from the dead pile and surprise these slimes with a powerful move. This is gonna be epic. I'm gonna unleash the power of my perfected strike and crush that slime. Time to unleash the big damage with blood for blood plus and say goodbye to that low HP spike slime. Let's get that rage going to beef up our defenses and show this slime who's boss. Time to throw up some defenses and hide behind my shield like a turtle in its shell. Let's smash that slime with a big bash and make it regret sliming us. I'm feeling like a gambler today. Let's take True Grit and see which card gets exhausted. It's like playing a mini game within the game. Let's take a break at the rest site and recharge our batteries before facing the next challenge. Plus, who doesn't love a good nap? Hey Algoria, you're kinda beat up right now with only 26 out of 85 HP. It's time to rest and heal up 30% of your max HP. You gotta get back in tip-top shape to slay those Spire monsters. I'm gonna slap on some ethereal armor and be like, Come at me, bro, to that Guardian's next attack. Let's smack this Guardian with a good old strike. Gotta chip away at that HP. Let's smack the Guardian with this Strike Plus card to chip away at its health. Let's slap the monster with some clothesline action to make it weaker and protect ourselves better. Let's block some damage and get rid of a random card in our hand, multitasking at its finest. Time to put up my defenses and brace for impact. This card is perfect for setting up some defense while also dealing damage. It's like getting a shield and a sword at the same time. Time to put on my ghostly armor and be a spooky tank. Time to bash this big guy and make him regret ever crossing paths with me. Time to show this Guardian who's boss with a big hit from Perfected Strike. Let's crush it! This clothesline is not just for fashion. It's for weakening the enemy and hitting them hard at the same time. Let's smack that Guardian with some blood for blood. It's a no-brainer. Let's smack the Guardian with a strike to show it who's boss. Playing True Grit to gain, block, and exhaust a card in my hand. This is a great card to play right now. It'll help me build up some block while I go on the offensive. Oh man, double tap is such a fun card to play with. Imagine hitting your opponent twice with a powerful attack in one turn. It's like getting a double whammy. Let's go for it. So I'm all about that extra energy, you know? But giving up potions? Meh, who needs them anyway? Let's go with Sozu and power through without those pesky potions. Let's take on the first monster node because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to crush some enemies. Plus, I could use the extra gold and loot. This Bash Plus card is going to give that mugger a taste of its own medicine with some extra spice on top. Let's smack that looter with a strike to bring it closer to defeat. Let's double the fun with Double Tap and unleash some serious damage on these monsters. Let's smack this mugger with some clothesline action and make it regret trying to steal my gold. Let's smack that looter with a strike and take him down a notch. Time to flex my muscles and show this looter who's boss with a solid Iron Wave play. This card gives me some defense and gets rid of a random card in my hand, so it's a win-win situation. Time to smack that looter with a good old strike card and take it down. Let's smack that mugger with some blood for blood plus. It's going to be a satisfying hit. Let's get that rage going and block those attacks like a pro. Time to put up my defenses and show this looter that I'm not an easy target. This card will help me block some incoming damage and potentially give me extra energy. Can't say no to that. Oh man, Body Slam Plus is a beast of a card. It deals damage equal to your block, so the more block you have, the more damage you dish out. It's like body slamming your enemies with your own defense. Definitely picking this one. Let's go for Transmutation. Who doesn't love a bit of randomness in their life? Plus, we might get some cool colorless cards to spice up our deck. Let's grab Combust because who doesn't love setting things on fire? Plus, it deals damage to all enemies at the end of our turn, so it's like a little bonus burn for everyone. Let's go for Carnage! It's like a big beefy punch straight to the enemy's face with 20 damage. Plus, it's ethereal, so we don't have to worry about cluttering our deck with it after we use it. Time to bring the pain. Let's hit up that question mark node. Who knows what kind of cool stuff we'll find there. Maybe a new relic or some sweet upgrades. Let's be adventurous and read the Cursed Tome. Who knows, maybe we'll get some cool rewards or a fun challenge out of it. YOLO, right? Oh man, losing 1 HP is like stubbing your toe on a legendary artifact. But hey, I'm tough, I can handle it. Let's keep going and show this Cursed Tome who's boss. Oh man, losing 2 HP? That's like stubbing your toe in a dark room. But hey, gotta take risks to get those sweet rewards, right? Let's power through and keep the adventure going. Oh man, losing 3 HP? That's like stubbing your toe in the game world. But hey, I'm tough, I can take it. Let's keep going and see what other crazy challenges come our way. Stop! More like, stop right there, Cursed Tome. I don't need your negativity in my life. I'll take the hit and keep on slaying. Who needs HP anyway, am I right? This is gonna be epic. I'm gonna smash this orb with my perfected strike and show it who's boss. Let's slap on some ghostly armor and pretend we're invincible for a bit, shall we? Let's smack that Spheric Guardian with a strike card to bring it closer to defeat. Let's play Iron Wave to gain 5 block and deal 5 damage to the Spheric Guardian. Let's give this roundhouse punch to the Spheric Guardian and make it stumble a bit. This card will help me block some incoming damage and potentially give me extra energy to play more cards next turn. This card is like a surprise gift box. Who doesn't love free stuff? Let's see what goodies we get. Let's smack this Spheric Guardian with a powerful strike plus. This is going to be epic. I'll play double tap and watch as my next attack hits twice as hard. Let's go. Time to flex my block and slam it down on that big round dude for some massive damage. Time to smack that round dude with a good ol' strike and show him who's boss. Let's flex those muscles and get stronger every time we take a hit. Time to show this spheric guardian who's boss with a big hit. Let's give this round a little extra oomph with Bash Plus and make that spheric guardian regret messing with us. Hey, this card is like having a never-ending flow of cards. I can draw more and more with every exhausted card. Let's grab this one and keep the card draw going. Let's fight these masked bandits. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to take them down with my awesome card combos. Plus, who needs gold when you can get even better rewards from winning battles, am I right? Time to put on my ghostly armor and be invincible for a bit. Let's block some damage and get rid of a random card in my hand, multitasking at its finest. Let's set these enemies on fire with Combust and watch them burn. This is going to be epic. I'm going to slam into that monster with all the block I've got. Let's pop this Rupture card to beef up our strength and crush these monsters with some extra oomph. Let's smack Pointy with an Iron Wave, get some block, and show them who's boss. This is going to be a big hit on Romeo. Let's make him regret messing with us. Gonna smack that pointy dude with a strike card. Gotta take out the weakest link first, right? Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to brush it off and try again. Let's chat it up with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or something. Plus, I'm always down for some good banter during a run. Who needs a starting relic when you can get a boss relic instead? Let's spice things up and take the risk for some epic loot. Let's take on the next monster. I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show them who's boss. This Bash card is going to pack a punch and make that jawworm regret messing with me. Time to give that jawworm a taste of my power with a good ol' strike. Let's give this jawworm a taste of my power with a good ol' strike. This jawworm is about to get a taste of my powerful strike. No chance for it to survive. Let's add some style to our attacks with Clothesline. It deals damage and applies weak, making our enemies feel like they're wearing a heavy coat in summer. Let's smack that louse with some style and make it easier for us to handle its attacks. These little guys are hitting hard. Gotta beef up my defenses. Time to put up my shield and play it safe. Gotta protect myself from that incoming damage. Time to give that louse a little love tap with my strike card and show it who's boss. Time to show this louse who's boss with a clothesline. Gonna make it hit like a wet noodle next turn. Hey, this card is awesome! It deals damage and lets me draw a card, which means more options for me. Plus, it's only 1 energy cost, so it's a no-brainer pick. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll stumble upon some cool event or treasure. Donut. Who doesn't love a good donut? Plus, more max HP means more room for mistakes. I mean, strategic plays. Let's see what's behind the question mark. Maybe it's a cool event or a helpful upgrade. Who knows? Let's take a chance and spice things up a bit. This cultist is getting too strong with their ritual. Time to smack them with a clothesline and make them a bit weaker. This cultist is going down fast with this powerful bash attack. Let's show them who's boss. Let's grab Power Through. Sure, it adds wounds to your hand, but that 15 block is gonna save our butt in tough fights. Let's take a break and rest up before facing that elite. Gotta make sure we're at our best. Hey there, you're not looking too hot with only 66 HP out of 85. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal 30% of your max HP. You'll feel refreshed and ready to take on more challenges in no time. This slaver needs to chill out a bit, so I'm going to smack it with clothesline to weaken its attacks and give myself some breathing room. This slaver is going down fast with this bash, and I'm not letting it weaken me anymore. Let's give that slaver a fashion makeover with a clothesline attack, making them hit like a wet noodle next turn. Let's throw some wounds into the mix and bulk up our defenses with some extra block. Can't let that louse get the best of us. Let's smack that louse with a pommel strike and see what card we can draw for some extra fun. I'm going to toughen up and block that incoming damage with some extra wounds and block. Time to squash this bug with a good old strike. Let's show that louse who's boss. Hey, Warcry is like a mini brainstorm. You get to draw a card and then put one back on top of your deck. It's like planning your next move while keeping your options open. Let's grab it. Let's smack that sentry with some clothesline action and make it weak so it hits like a wet noodle next turn. Time to toughen up and block those hits with some extra wounds in my hand. Let's show these monsters what we're made of. Let's smack that sentry with pommel strike and see what card we draw next. Let's smack that sentry with a strike card. Gotta chip away at those HP bars. This sentry is looking at me funny, so I'm gonna give it a taste of my strike card. Time to smack that monster with a strike card and show them who's boss. Time to smack down on that weak monster with a good ol' strike. Let's take it out and make this fight a bit easier. Time to put up my defenses and show these monsters what I'm made of. I'm going to smack that sentry with clothesline to weaken its attacks and make it easier to deal with. Let's show it who's boss. This is a perfect opportunity to deal some damage and potentially draw a card to help me in this combat. This card gives me a good amount of block and sets me up for a strong defense. Let's just finish off that weak sentry with a good ol' strike. No need to overthink it. Let's throw some wounds into the mix and build a big block wall to keep those monsters at bay. This sentry is tough, but I'm feeling feisty and ready to take it down with a good ol' strike. This sentry is going down fast with this bash card, dealing a solid 8 damage and making it more vulnerable. Let's get this party started. Let's smack that sentry with a good ol' strike. Gotta whittle down its health before it can hit me back. Well, looks like the Spire slayed me this time. Time for a snack break and then we'll try again. No worries. Let's chat it up with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some sweet relics or a powerful blessing. Plus, I'm curious to see what she has to say. Who knows? Maybe she'll even give us some tips on how to slay the Spire like a pro. Oh man, enemies with 1 HP? That's like playing on easy mode. I'll breeze through those combats like a hot knife through butter. Bring it on! Let's take on the first monster node because I'm feeling pumped up and ready to show off my skills. Plus, I could use some extra gold to splurge on shiny new cards later. Let's smack that slimy boy with bash and make it regret ever crossing paths with me. Ah, time to beef up my defenses with this card. Can't let that spike slime get the best of me. Let's go with Cleave. It's great for dealing damage to multiple enemies at once, perfect for clearing out those pesky swarms of minions. Let's go for the Pummel card. It deals 2 damage 4 times, which can really pack a punch in battles. Plus it exhausts so we can use it multiple times in a fight. Time to show off my AoE skills and clear the board with a big swing. Oh man, dropkick is awesome. It deals damage, and if the enemy is vulnerable, you get to draw a card. It's like a bonus attack and card draw in one. Let's smack that louse with dropkick and see if we can get lucky with a bonus card draw. Oh man, Warcry is such a cool card. Drawing a card and putting another one on top of the draw pile? That's some next level strategy right there. Plus, it's free. I'm definitely adding this to my deck. All right, time to smack that fungi beast with some good old strikes and show it who's boss. Let's smack that fungi beast with a strike to show it who's boss and start thinning out the enemy ranks. Let's give that second fungi beast a taste of my pummel. Gotta knock it out before it gets a chance to spore up my day. Let's smash that first fungi beast with a bash. It's gonna feel the pain and go down faster. Let's spice things up a bit and see what new card I can draw with Warcry. Who knows, maybe it'll be something that can help me take down these fungi beasts faster. Let's smack that fungi beast with dropkick and get a free card out of it. Let's swipe them all with Cleave. Double the trouble, double the fun. I'm just gonna throw up my defenses real quick. Gotta protect myself from that fungi beast's next attack, you know? Let's smash that fungi beast with a bash. It's gonna make it easier to take it down. Let's go with disarm. Making the enemy weaker is always a good strategy, plus it exhausts so it won't clog up my hand later on. Let's take a rest and recharge our batteries before facing the elite. Plus, who doesn't love a good nap? Hey, we're a bit beat up right now, so let's take a breather and rest to heal up. We gotta make sure we're in tip-top shape to take on whatever crazy challenges come our way. Plus, who doesn't love a good power nap, am I right? Let's sweep the board with Cleave and show these monsters who's boss! Let's make that sentry regret skipping arm day at the gym. Let's smack that first sentry with a strike to show them who's boss and get this battle rolling. This is gonna be awesome. I'll smack that sentry with the dropkick and get a bonus card out of it. Double the fun. This is like digging for treasure in a pile of junk, but who knows? Maybe I'll find a diamond in there. Time to smack that big bad boy with a strike card and show them who's the boss in this combat. I'm just gonna slap on some extra defense so those monsters can't touch me. Safety first, right? Let's give that sentry a little love tap with Bash to make it easier to knock them out. This is going to be a big hit to all those sentries, hopefully knocking out a couple in one go. This is going to be epic. I'll smack the first sentry with dropkick and hopefully draw a sweet card in the process. Let's throw up some defenses and show these monsters who's boss. This sentry is looking a bit weak, so let's give it a final blow with this strike card. Gotta beef up my defenses, can't have those monsters hitting me too hard, you know? This strike card is perfect for smacking that little sentry and getting rid of it quickly so I can focus on the bigger threat. This is going to be a double whammy. Taking out both enemies with one move. Talk about efficiency. Oh man, this card is like a never-ending upgrade party. It starts off strong with 12 damage and can keep getting stronger and stronger. Let's grab it and see how high we can take it. Let's smack that mad gremlin with dropkick and maybe get a bonus card out of it. Sounds like a win-win to me. This fat gremlin is looking a bit too plump for my liking. Time to give it a good whack with Searing Blow. Let's sweep the board with Cleave and show these gremlins who's boss. This mad gremlin is getting on my nerves with its angry power, so I'm going to smack it with a bash and make it vulnerable to take it down quicker. Well, that was a total disaster. Time to blame it on the RNG gods and try again tomorrow. Hash to fail fish. Let's have a chat with Neo because, who knows, maybe she'll give us some cool relic or blessing. Plus, I'm curious to see what she has to say. Oh man, enemies with 1 HP? That's like a dream come true. I can just sneeze on them and they'll be defeated. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go for it and breeze through those combats. Let's take on the monster first. Gotta warm up before facing tougher challenges. Plus, I could use some extra gold and maybe a cool card or relic. This slime is about to get bashed. Let's hit it hard and make it vulnerable for some extra pain. Time to finish off this slimy foe with a good old strike card. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh man, this card is like a surprise gift. You never know what attack you're gonna get, but hey, it's free this turn. Let's add some excitement to the deck with this one. Let's spin the wheel of change and see what crazy event we get next. I'm feeling lucky today, so let's go for it and hit that play button. Let's spin that wheel and see where it takes us. I'm feeling lucky today, so let's take a chance and see what happens when we spin. Oh boy, a prize! I'm definitely going to remove a card from my deck. Less clutter, more power, baby. Let's clean house and make room for some epic new cards. Let's smash that cultist with a bash. It's time to show them who's boss. Let's spice things up with Havoc, playing the top card of my draw pile without knowing what it is. Sounds like a wild ride, count me in. Let's go for the question mark node. Who knows, maybe we'll find some treasure or a cool event to spice things up. It deals a whopping 12 damage and can be upgraded multiple times. It's like the gift that keeps on giving, but in the form of pain for our enemies. Let's go with Iron Wave. It's like hitting your enemies with a shield and a sword at the same time. Plus, we need more defense and offense in our deck. This jawworm is about to feel the wrath of my bash. Let's make it regret crossing paths with me. Oh yeah, I'm definitely feeling the burn with this one. Gaining 2 strength for just 1 energy? Sign me up. Let's take a rest and recharge our batteries before facing the next challenge. Plus, who doesn't love a good nap in the middle of a dungeon crawl? Let's flex those muscles and upgrade a card with some good old smithing. We're feeling strong and ready to take on whatever comes our way in this crazy Spire adventure. Let's upgrade Searing Blow, because who doesn't want to deal more damage with a card that can be upgraded multiple times? It's like leveling up in a video game, but with cards. This is the perfect time to pump up my strength and crush those fungi beasts with some beefed up strikes. Let's smack that first fungi beast with a strike to start chipping away at its health. This mushroom needs a good whack, so I'm going to give it a taste of my strike card. Let's smack that fungi beast with a strike. Gotta take it down before it deals more damage. Let's spice things up with a random attack. Who knows, maybe it'll be something epic. I'm gonna smack that fungi beast with Headbutt and bring back a useful card from my discard pile. Let's show this mushroom who's boss. Let's smack that fungi beast with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. Let's grab True Grit. It gives us some block and helps us get rid of a random card in our hand. Plus, we need more skill cards in our deck to balance out all these attacks. Let's take a rest. Gotta recharge my batteries before the next battle. Plus, who doesn't love a good nap in between fights? no, we're a bit beat up right now. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal up. We don't want to risk getting our butts kicked in the next fight, do we? Let's beef up our defenses and get rid of a random card while we're at it. Let's smack that looter with a strike card. Gotta soften it up for the next turn. Let's give this looter a good old bash and show it who's boss with some extra vulnerable on top. This is going to make me hit like a truck. Let's pump up those muscles and crush this looter. This is going to be epic. I'm going to smash that looter with my super strong searing blow. Hey, Disarm is a great card to weaken those pesky enemies. Plus, it only costs 1 energy and exhausts after use. Let's add some strategic defense to our deck. This Iron Wave card is like hitting 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to defend myself and deal damage at the same time. Talk about efficiency. Let's take away some of that muscle from the slaver so it can't hit as hard. Time to flex my strategic muscles. Let's play this card to gain some block and mitigate the incoming damage from the slaver. Let's give this slaver a good old bash to the face and make it regret messing with us. Let's spice things up with a random attack and see what we get. Let's smack that slaver with a strike and show him who's boss. Let's smack that slaver with a strike and start chipping away at its health. Let's give this slaver a good old bash and show them who's boss. Let's block some hits and get rid of a random card multitasking at its finest. I'm feeling a bit fashionable today, so let's add Clothesline to the deck. It deals damage and applies weak, perfect for weakening those tough enemies. This slaver dude needs a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's show him who's boss! This card gives me a free attack, so why not take advantage of that? Time to burn through this fight with a fiery explosion. Let's exhaust these cards and roast that slaver. This slaver is going down with a mix of defense and offense. Let's show them who's boss. Oh man, Warcry is such a cool card. Drawing a card and putting another one on top of the draw pile? That's some next level strategy right there. Plus it's free. Definitely adding this to my deck. Let's hit up that question mark node. Maybe we'll find some cool loot or a fun event to spice things up. Let's go with Feed. It deals damage, and if it's a finishing blow, we get to raise our max HP by 3. It's like a tasty treat for our character. Oh man, we're kind of beat up right now. Let's take a chill pill and rest to heal up 30% of our max HP. And we'll be back in tip-top shape in no time. Let's slap some weak on that fiery ghost so it can't hit us as hard. Gotta protect my precious HP, you know? Time to show this fiery ghost who's boss with a little block and damage action. This card could be a game changer, so let's roll the dice and see what we get. Let's gain some block and exhaust a random card in my hand, setting up for a strong defense next turn. Let's shuffle through our deck and see if we can find something spicy to play next turn. Who knows? Maybe we'll draw a game-winning card. This fiery ghost is no match for my strikes. Let's show it who's boss with some good old damage. Let's give this fiery ghost a taste of my powerful strikes. Time to show them who's boss. This ghost is too strong for my liking, so I'm going to take away some of its muscle power with Disarm. Let's smack that Hexaghost with a strike and chip away at its health. Oh, free attack? Don't mind if I do. Let's see what surprise attack I get this time. This is a no-brainer. I'm gonna zap that fiery ghost with hemokinesis and watch it sizzle. Let's clean up our hand a bit and fortify our defenses with true grit. Who needs clutter when you can have block? This fiery ghost needs a taste of my blade. Time to show it who's boss. Time to throw up my defenses and hide behind a shield like a turtle in its shell. Gotta protect myself from that fiery ghost. Let's slap the Hexaghost with some clothesline action to make it hit like a wet noodle next turn. Time to hit the spooky ghost with a bit of blood magic. Gotta weaken it before it gets too strong. Let's bash this Hexaghost and apply Vulnerable to deal more damage next turn. I need to beef up my defenses here. Can't afford to take too much damage from this fiery ghost. Let's play Iron Wave Plus to gain some block and deal damage to the Hexaghost. Let's toss a card and get some block, multitasking at its finest. This card is perfect for this situation. It's like a little poke to annoy the Hexaghost. This is going to be a flashy move. I'll hit the Hexaghost with Clothesline Plus to make it easier to handle its attacks. This is going to be epic. I'm going to smash that fiery ghost with a Bash Plus and make it regret messing with me. Ah, gotta protect myself from that Hexaghost's next turn damage. Can't let it roast me alive. Let's smack the Hexaghost with Iron Wave Plus for some block and damage. Let's roll the dice and see what we get with Havoc Plus. Could be a game changer. Time to throw some punches at this fiery ghost and show it who's boss. This ghostly hexaghost is getting on my nerves with its powers. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. Hey, this barricade card is like having a permanent shield. I can just keep stacking up my block without worrying about it disappearing. Definitely adding this to my deck. Sozu is the way to go. I get an extra energy every turn. Who needs potions anyway? Let's power through with pure energy. Let's take on this monster and show them who's boss. I need more gold to buy some cool stuff later. Time to pump up the muscles and show this chosen who's boss with some extra strength. Oh man, I need to make sure I keep that block up, so barricade it is! This Warcry card is like a little surprise gift, drawing me a new card and setting up my future draws. Let's see what goodies I get. This chosen enemy is about to get a taste of their own medicine with some weakness from clothesline. This chosen enemy is about to get a taste of my bash. Let's hit him hard and make him vulnerable for even more pain next turn. Let's smack that chosen with some iron waves. Gotta protect myself while dishing out some damage, you know? Let's make the chosen monster a little less scary by taking away some of its strength with disarm. I'm just gonna throw up a quick shield to block some hits. Can't let those monsters mess up my hair. Let's smack that chosen with a strike. It's the most efficient way to chip away at its health. Let's smash this chosen with a big searing blow. It's gonna feel the burn. This chosen is really getting on my nerves with that strength power. So I'm gonna smack it with a strike and show it who's boss. Let's smack this chosen with a strike and show it who's boss. Time to smack that chosen with a good old strike. Gotta take it down before it gets any stronger. Oh man, Body Slam is perfect for my deck. I've been stacking up on blocks, so now I can deal massive damage with it. Let's crush some enemies. Let's toss away a card and build up some defense with True Grit. Gotta protect myself from those sneaky thieves. Let's roll the dice and see what we get with Havoc. Maybe we'll get a powerful attack to finish off these monsters. Let's dig deeper into our deck and set up a better hand for the next turn. Can't go wrong with more options, right? Time to smack that looter with a good old strike. Gotta show them who's boss in this combat. Let's make this looter's punches feel like tickles with a little disarm action. I'm gonna flex my muscles with Iron Wave, gain some block, and smack the enemy a bit. It's like hitting two birds with one stone, but in a more badass way. Let's flex those muscles and slam this looter with all the block I've got. This bash card is perfect for smacking down that pesky looter with some extra oomph. Let's smack this mugger with a clothesline, make it stumble around like it's had too much to drink at a party. Let's smack that mugger with a good old strike to show it who's boss. Let's spice things up with a random attack. Who knows what we'll get? Let's unleash a flurry of punches on that mugger and show it who's boss. Oh man, losing a bit of HP but gaining 2 energy, that's a no-brainer. Let's go for bloodletting and power up our deck with more energy. This is going to make the chosen hit like a wet noodle, giving me more time to set up my defenses. This card could be a game changer. Let's see what surprise it has in store for us. Let's chow down on the cultist with feed and maybe get a health boost out of it. Yum! Let's give that cultist a little taste of its own medicine and make it a bit weaker. Cultist needs to go down fast, can't let it gain too much strength. Let's bash this cultist with some extra damage and apply Vulnerable for more pain. Let's smack that cultist with a big hit and show them who's boss. Let's smack this Chosen with some iron waves, get some block, and dish out some damage all in one go. Time to flex my muscles and slam this Chosen with all the block I've got. This is a no-brainer. Gotta keep that block up and make the most out of it. This Chosen dude needs a little love tap, so I'm gonna hit him with a strike and show him who's boss. Let's slap the Chosen with a clothesline to make them hit like a wet noodle while we chip away at their health. Time to pump up the muscles and show this Chosen who's boss with some extra strength. Time to lose a bit of HP for that sweet, sweet energy boost. Let's go. Time to flex my block into damage and show this Chosen who's boss. This Chosen is really getting on my nerves with its strength buff, so I'm gonna smack it hard with this searing blow and show it who's boss. Time to give that Chosen monster a taste of my powerful strikes. Let's see if it can handle my attack. Looks like the Spire slayed me this time. Time for a snack break, and then we'll try again. No worries. Let's go for some chit-chat with Neo. Maybe she'll give us some good luck for the rest of the run, or at least some good memes to laugh at. Oh man, losing my starting relic sounds like a bummer, but getting a random boss relic sounds like a sweet deal. Let's do it. Bring on the boss relic. Let's start by taking on this monster. Gotta warm up before facing tougher challenges, you know? This bash card is gonna pack a punch and make the cultist regret messing with me. This cultist is going down. Time to show them who's boss with a good ol' strike to the face. This cultist is going down. Time to show them who's boss with a solid hit. This cultist is going down. Time to show them who's boss with a solid hit. I need to shield myself from the cultist's attacks, so I'm going to play the defend card to toughen up a bit. Let's smack that cultist with some strikes and show it who's boss. Let's smack that cultist with some good old-fashioned strikes and show it who's boss. This cultist is going down with my powerful strike card. Let's show them who's boss. Let's smash that cultist with a bash. It's time to show them who's the boss around here. Oh man, I love drawing cards and gaining block at the same time. This card is like a double whammy of goodness, so I'm definitely picking it. Let's give that jawworm a headache with a bash and make it regret crossing paths with me. Let's beef up a bit with this card and hopefully draw something good for the next turn. This jawworm is going down faster than a hot knife through butter with this strike card. This jawworm is getting on my nerves. Time to give it a taste of my power. Time to give that jawworm a taste of my power with a good old strike. This jawworm is looking hungry, so I better beef up my defenses with this card. I'm going to need some extra defense to survive this round, so let's play this defend card and brace for impact. I need to beef up my defenses before the jawworm attacks, so I'm going to shrug it off and draw a card. This jawworm is going down with a swift strike. Let's show it who's boss. Hey, this card is like free block every turn. I'll take it to beef up my defense. Let's grab Headbutt. It deals decent damage and lets us recycle a card from our discard pile back into our draw pile. It's like giving our deck a second chance at a good card draw. Let's grab Bloodletting. Losing a bit of HP for 2 extra energy can really help us play more cards in a turn and dish out more damage. Plus, who needs all that HP anyway, right? Live fast, slay faster. This slime is about to get bashed and smashed with some extra vulnerability for good measure. This acid slime S is looking pretty weak, so I'm going to hit it with a strike and take it out in one shot. Let's give that acid slime a taste of our strike card and get rid of it in style. I'd love to play the Predator, but I really do think playing the defenses is the right play here. Let's smack that slime with Headbutt and maybe bring back a useful card from the discard pile. Time to show this slime who's boss. This slime is going down. Time to show it who's boss with a good old strike. Let's make those enemies weaklings with Intimidate. Apply 1 week to all enemies for free, yes please. Let's smash that bug with a bash. It's gonna hurt, and they'll be even more vulnerable after. Let's smack that bug with Headbutt and send it packing with a card retrieval bonus. This is a great card to play right now. It'll make those louses hit like wet noodles. This little guy is on its last legs. Time to finish it off with a good old strike. This louse is going down fast with a double dose of damage and vulnerable. This is a no-brainer. Gotta lose a little HP to gain that sweet, sweet energy boost. This louse is on its last legs, so let's finish it off with a good old strike. This louse is on its last legs, so I'm going to finish it off with a good old strike. I'm going to slap on some metallic armor and be like, "Come at me, bro, I'm ready for you." These little louses are no match for my defensive skills. Time to beef up my defenses. Gotta beef up my defenses with this card. Can't let those louses scratch me up. Let's throw up some defenses with this defend card. Can't have those pesky monsters hitting me too hard, right? This card will give me some much-needed block and maybe draw me something good. Let's hope for the best. Time to smack that louse with a good old strike card and show it who's boss. This is going to be a knockout punch, dealing damage and setting up for a powerful next turn all in one move. Time to add some heavy-hitting damage to my deck with Heavy Blade. Strength affects this card 3 times, so it's going to pack a punch. Hey, we're kind of beat up right now, so let's take a breather and rest. We'll heal 30% of our max HP and be ready to kick some more butt in no time. Let's see what's behind the question mark. Maybe it's a cool event or a helpful upgrade, who knows? Let's take a chance and spice things up a bit. Let's roll the dice and search for loot. Worst case scenario, we'll just have to deal with a pesky monster. But hey, that's all part of the fun, right? Let's dive into this fight like a pro gamer. Time to show these monsters who's boss. Let's shrug off the damage and draw a card. Maybe we'll get something spicy for the next turn. Time to take a little bloodletting break to get that energy boost and unleash some more attacks on Lagavulin. Let's smack Lagavulin with some good old strikes to bring him down. Let's smack Lagavulin with a good old strike to keep the pressure on. This Lagavulin guy needs a little bash in his life, you know. Gotta show him who's boss with some extra damage and vulnerable. Time to give Lagavulin a taste of my power with a good old strike. This card will help me gain 3 block at the end of my turn, which will be useful for defense. Time to flex my muscles and show Lagavulin who's boss with this heavy hitter. I'm gonna smack Lagavulin with this headbutt and set up a nice follow-up play for the next turn. I'm gonna make those monsters feel a little less confident in their attacks with some good old Intimidate. This big guy needs a little love tap to wake him up. This Lagavulin guy is going down. Bash and vulnerable combo. Here we go. Time to give Lagavulin a taste of my powerful strikes and take it down. This big bad Lagavulin needs a taste of my strike card. Time to show him who's boss. Let's just shrug it off and see what else we can get in our hand. Maybe something to finish off this Lagavulin. Lagavulin is going down with this strike. No mercy. This fight is dragging on, and I need to make sure I stay alive to see the end of it. So I'll just slap down some more defense and keep chipping away at Lagavulin. Let's smash Lagavulin with this heavy blade and show them who's boss. Alright, Power Through is a solid choice here. It gives you some extra block and adds a couple of wounds to your hand, which can be useful for certain synergies. Plus, it's only 1 energy cost, so it won't break the bank. I'm feeling a bit low on energy, so I'll just take a little bloodletting to get that extra boost. I'm going to make those monsters feel a little less confident in their attacks with some good ol' Intimidate. Let's see if they can handle being weak. I'm just going to slap down this Defend Plus card to shield myself from harm. Can't have those monsters messing up my hair. This Jaw Worm needs a little love tap to bring it down a notch, so I'm going to hit it with a Strike card. Let's smack that Jawworm with a bash and make it regret crossing paths with us. I'm gonna flex my muscles and shrug off whatever the monsters throw at me, while also digging deeper into my deck for more options. This Jawworm is asking for a punch in the face, so I'm going to give it to him with this Strike card. I'd love to play the beefy block card to keep myself safe from harm. Safety first, right? Let's smack that Jawworm with a Strike card to get rid of it and move on to the next monster. This slime ain't gonna touch me with my super cool shield up. I'm just gonna slap on some extra defense to make sure that slimy monster doesn't hurt me too much, you know? This is a great card to play right now because I need the extra block to defend myself, and the wounds can be useful for future combos. Let's smack that Spike slime with Heavy Blade and show it who's boss. Oh man, Dual Wield is such a cool card. Imagine copying your Heavy Blade or Twin Strike for some crazy damage combos. Gotta have it. I'm feeling lazy to strategize too much, so I'll just copy a strong attack card and go with the flow. I'm feeling a bit vulnerable right now, so I need to beef up my defenses and hope for a good draw next turn to turn the tide in my favor. Let's lose a bit of HP to gain some energy and unleash a flurry of attacks on these monsters. Gotta take down the weaker monster first to reduce the overall damage I take. Let's smack that looter with some damage and bring back a card from the discard pile for a potential combo next turn. This is the perfect time to beef up my defenses and prepare for the incoming attacks. Let's bulk up and show them who's boss. Let's wrap this up quickly and get that sweet loot from the looter. Let's finish off that acid slime with a heavy blade to the face. Let's make these slimes a little less threatening with some good ol' intimidation. This acid slime is getting on my nerves. Time to give it a taste of its own medicine with a good ol' strike. This slime is looking pretty weak, so I'm just gonna throw up some defenses and watch it struggle to hurt me. I'm just gonna slap down some extra defense because I don't feel like taking any damage right now. Time to give that acid slime a taste of my powerful strikes and take it down before it can do any more damage to me. Let's go with Thunderclap. It deals damage to all enemies and applies Vulnerable, setting them up for some serious beatdowns. Plus, it's only 1 energy cost, so it's a great addition to the deck. Let's take a break at the rest node and heal up before facing the elite. I need all the HP I can get. Hey there, we're pretty low on HP right now, so let's take a chill pill and rest up to heal 30% of our max HP. We gotta make sure we're in tip-top shape to tackle whatever comes our way in this crazy Spire. This is a no-brainer. Gotta get that extra energy to keep the momentum going. This is gonna be a shockingly good move, hitting all enemies and making them more vulnerable for the next attacks. This is going to be a double whammy, dealing damage and setting up my next draw, all in one go. Let's smash this gremlin knob with a heavy blade. Time to show them who's boss. Time to lose a bit of HP but gain some energy to unleash a flurry of attacks on that gremlin knob. Let's smack that gremlin knob with a strike to show it who's boss. Gotta protect myself from that gremlin knob's incoming attack. Can't afford to take unnecessary damage, you know? Let's give Gremlin Knob a good old bash to the face and make it regret messing with us. Well, looks like I got absolutely destroyed in Slay the Spire. Time to shake it off and try again, maybe with a little less potato aim this time. Thank you all for joining me on this epic journey through Slay the Spire. I had so much fun playing and chatting with all of you. Remember to hit that follow button so you don't miss out on future streams. Until next time, stay safe and keep slaying those spires. Goodbye!